Welcome to the Dollar Bill Show, episode 37. That beat was produced by me. I made that last night in the middle of the night. It's called Tyler Mountain Restaurant. Check it out on you. I'll put the link below in the description. I was thinking about after I got out of jail and the hospital, I was like, I wound up living behind the house that was my house in a little pop-up camper. And I prayed for less than that though, man, when I was in the murderer's pod in Florida. And like I saw some video the other day. I'm gonna do this right now. That's right. That's a good idea.
So I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs.
Exactly, you fat fucking cracker piece of shit fucking wannabe kings. Like, exactly, these kids are just trying to go to school. They just want to be left alone and have their piece of the American pie and the American dream, and their parents want to fucking pick peas, and you want to fucking send them to El Salvador to make money. You're a piece of shit. You want to go along with this, man? When I was locked up in Florida, man, if people knew what the fuck that was like, dude, or in some of these hospitals, those places would be closed tomorrow. If every fucking American had to spend 2 or 3 weeks in one of those places, they would be closed tomorrow because it's not even fit for a human being, man. I watched them sons of bitches fucking there was this guy, he had been in the hole, it was a dude named Ernie that was like, kind of remind you of Bubbles off of The Wire. And he was a famous fucking crackhead in St. Pete and had a good heart, man, and didn't have fucking nothing. He was indigent, but they locked his ass. He had been in solitary confinement for over 9 months for getting caught with a fucking crack pipe, dude. And that's it. Getting caught with a crack pipe. I watched them, like, one day they tried to put his Kool-Aid, like what do you call them? Whatever. I can't even think of it right now. But they were trying to slide the fucking Kool-Aid through the hole in the door to him. And he got so excited because he was thirsty that he grabbed it out of the dude's hand, the trustees is what I'm thinking of. Grabbed it out of the trustee's hand. And that trustee, he fucking took his foot and kicked that fucking trap and fucked his arm up. He was I could hear it, like he was in the cell right beside of me. And do you know that every day for like at least fucking a week and a half or 2 weeks, they gave Ernie a fucking empty box of food, man. They gave him empty boxes of food, them fucking trustees, and them guards knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, man. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, and it was just like we could have got in trouble too, but we slid him stuff like Pop-Tarts under the door or whatever we could, man. And that fucked my head up, man, that they let somebody do that. And then, and they put me in a fucking cell, man, when they moved me, and it had fucking lice and bugs crawling everywhere and fucking human hair this deep in the fucking bottom of that cell. And I told them it was dirty, and they said, no, it's not. And I took fucking hand soap and my washcloth and cleaned that fucking floor. And them fucking bugs, dude, I looked like fucking Darth Vader from my face and shit. It was ate up with shit, dude, and it permanently fucking scarred me, man. It permanently fucking scarred me, and I wasn't allowed to have the face wash and stuff that I use. You know what I'm saying? But you can't exactly fucking write a bad Yelp review like my cousin Chris said about this shit. And I can tell you about it now, but it really ain't funny. It's bullshit is what it is, man. Like, they wouldn't even give you, they have like these little tiny green fucking wannabe pillows. They also gave me a bedroll that was completely fucking empty. The stuffing was busted out of it, man. For like a month. I just slept on fucking concrete like that for a month. And they wouldn't give anybody a fucking pillow, man. And do you know, and then I found out it was law. So I wrote a note about it and shit, and they still didn't fucking give me one. And do you know that one day I was walking by like to and from court, and I seen a fucking room that was full to the brim of thousands of those brand new pillows. That's fucked up, man. That is fucked up. I was thinking about when I was living up there in that camper, we had my nephew a birthday party, and he was like, it was his 10th birthday, and he's a character. He's funny, dude. And he said, we sang happy birthday, and he blew out his candles, and he was like, yay, I'm a woman now. And I believed him because he was. Things have changed. You don't have to have a pussy to be a woman now. I'm pretty sure I was with one of them in Amsterdam. Don't get me wrong. She had a pussy. It just felt like that something was off. The plumbing wasn't working right. This was in the 90s, and I'm sure they got better now. Somebody must have read the blueprints wrong. And like an old journeyman told me, women are like wood flooring. If you lay them right the first time, you can walk all over them. It turns out that that's not a very good analogy. And if you pay attention, you learn a lot from your superiors of what not to do. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, maybe anybody can be a woman. I think it's important to let people choose what they want to be, and that they have the same rights as anybody else. If two gay people are married, they should have they should have rights to their partner's insurance just like a straight man's husband or wife, and the same death benefits and everything. And you know what? Maybe anybody can be a woman. But one thing's for certain, anybody can be a bitch, too. And if you're a young man and you want to explore the world and yourself, go to Amsterdam or Pahrump, Nevada. But Amsterdam is like Baskin Robbins. If you want twins, they got that too. Or a woman who looks like she's dead but has a pulse. And that's important. My point is, like my grandmother said when she bought me St. Ides, Marlboro Lights, and Zima when I was 14 and let me drive, she said, you got to figure out what you like. And after 44 years, I think I've finally figured that out.